The American Revolutionary War was a defining moment not only for the American colonies and Great Britain, but also for various indigenous nations, including the Cherokee. As a significant indigenous group in the southeastern United States, the Cherokee faced complex choices and profound consequences during this tumultuous period. This article explores the role of the Cherokee in the American Revolution, their alliances, conflicts, and the lasting impact on their society and sovereignty. The Cherokee Nation, a brief overview. Before the American Revolution, the Cherokee Nation was a powerful and influential group with a sophisticated social structure, established towns, and extensive trade networks. Their territory spanned parts of present-day North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee. The Cherokee had long-standing relationships with both British colonists and French traders, which influenced their stance during the Revolutionary War. Initial neutrality and subsequent alliances. At the onset of the American Revolution, the Cherokee initially sought to remain neutral, recognizing the potential dangers and uncertainties of the conflict. However, as the war progressed and colonial encroachments on their lands intensified, the Cherokee found it increasingly challenging to maintain this stance. In 1776, the Cherokee, influenced by British promises of protection and support, allied with the British Crown. The British encouraged the Cherokee to launch raids against the American frontier settlements, aiming to disrupt Patriot supply lines and divert American military resources. Notable Cherokee leaders, such as Dragging Canoe, led these efforts, hoping to reclaim their lands and halt colonial expansion. Cherokee-British collaboration and conflict. The Cherokee engaged in several significant campaigns against American settlers during the war. These efforts included coordinated attacks alongside British forces and other indigenous allies. However, the Patriots responded with brutal counteroffensives, leading to a series of devastating retaliatory campaigns known as the Cherokee-American Wars. The American militias, often led by figures like John Sevier and Andrew Pickens, launched punitive expeditions that destroyed numerous Cherokee towns, crops, and food supplies. The most notable of these campaigns occurred in 1776 and 1777, severely weakening Cherokee resistance and causing widespread suffering and displacement among the Cherokee people. Internal divisions and the struggle for sovereignty. The war exacerbated existing divisions within the Cherokee Nation. While leaders like Dragging Canoe and his followers, known as the Chickamauga Cherokee, continued to resist American expansion vigorously, other factions, led by figures like Attackalackala and later his son, Little Carpenter, sought peace and negotiated treaties with the American government. These internal divisions reflected broader debates within the Cherokee Nation about the best path forward in the face of relentless colonial expansion. Despite their efforts to protect their lands and sovereignty, the Cherokee were compelled to cede vast territories through treaties such as the Treaty of Long Island in 1777 and subsequent agreements. Legacy and impact. The involvement of the Cherokee in the American Revolutionary War had long-lasting repercussions for their society and sovereignty. The war led to significant loss of life, displacement, and the destruction of their towns and agricultural base. The post-war treaties forced the Cherokee to cede much of their ancestral lands, profoundly altering their way of life and territorial integrity. In the years following the Revolution, the Cherokee faced continued pressure from American settlers and the U.S. government, culminating in the forced removal known as the Trail of Tears in the 1830s. Despite these hardships, the Cherokee demonstrated remarkable resilience and adaptability, maintaining their cultural identity and rebuilding their communities in new territories. Conclusion. The Cherokee Nation's involvement in the American Revolutionary War highlights the complex and often tragic intersection of indigenous sovereignty and colonial expansion. Their story is one of resilience and resistance, marked by alliances, conflicts, and profound sacrifices. As we reflect on the American Revolution, it is essential to acknowledge the experiences and contributions of the Cherokee and other indigenous nations whose lives and lands were profoundly affected by the struggle for American independence.